There are times in your life, ladies and gents, when not because of stupidity, because nobody respects that chess. Well, no one in their sound mind, no one who is of a logical and reasonable sense, who's of that kind of rationale, you know. But someone who, because of different perspective, presents his or her view on a situation, on a topic of discussion, on a personality, on, y'all know where I'm going. It could be a number of things. And that's where this video originates from. Because, for those who don't know, this is yet another One Piece discussion. And this time it's actually focused on Monkey D. Garp. And as you can see, I'm more subdued than I normally am. And it's not because I'm tired or anything. Not because I've been emotional or anything like that jazz. But it's because I want people to be clear on my thoughts on this subject because of certain things I've said previously. Now, you be like, wonder, yo, bro, what's up with this singing summer tone? It's not a summer tone. It's just sometimes when I get thoughtful, when I'm not always hyped, that I just calm in this tone. There's three parts to this video I want to discuss. Number one, it's Monkey D. Garp himself. Number two, it's his place in history, Number three, and I'm talking about the history of One Piece, obviously. Number three, it's generations. Okay. First and foremost, Monkey D. Garp. Let me start with what I say is controversial. Okay. There's a video I did. You can go watch it. I'm going to link it in the description. It's top 20. It was pretty much power rankings. Okay, of top 20 known, and keyword was known, as well as alive. I didn't add, but obviously people like Whitebeard, Edward Newgate, Firefist Portuguese DS, and Pirate King Goldie Roger are no longer a part of that because they're obviously no longer alive. I said certain comments about Garp, and people found it disrespectful. They misunderstood what I said. Go watch that. Make your own conclusions from it. I'll probably respond. Here's the thing, man. Yes, I don't consider him in the top 20. For those who don't know, that I don't consider him in the top 20, and I gave reasons as to why. But even for more clarification to the subscribers, subs, and everybody else, here's the thing: you're old, and let me talk about. I'll save the bit of history for the bit of history, but understand this: Garp has aged. Understand that. That's more. I'll talk on that in this place in history, but just understand that was the whole thing. This is post time skip. And I'm not banking on him training. That was the conclusion drawn. Pre-time skip. Too many people. But this is what you. This is post-time skip. A retired Monkey D. Garp. Still had on top 25 most likely. So I don't see how that's disrespectful. I do not understand. I also knocked down Shiki. Shoot, none of the people who were powerful back in the day are in top 5 contention. So I don't understand what the big fuss is. Oh, God, in the top 10, ain't it? Come on, ladies and gents. And yes, rankings do matter. They do. You can say all you want. Oh, but rankings matter. They do. They do. Fine, he turned it down. He turned down admiral position in the past. Fine, that's all great and dandy. That says more about his character than it does about his power, though. Fine, at one point, 25 years ago, he turned that jazz down. This isn't 25 years ago. This isn't 22 years ago when Roger was roaming the seas. Okay, when prime, Whitebeard. When you had Golden Lion Shiki just being a monster. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, y'all. When Dark King Silver's Rayleigh earned the title Dark King, like, let's get real. And then you had who else knows how powerful other pirates were, right? Now, to Garp as a character, not gonna lie, there's no bias from me. I'm just being real, okay? As y'all know, I keep it 1,000. Garp is nowhere near one of my favorite characters in One Piece. It's not I don't dislike his character. He's just not one of my favorite characters. And the reasons why, as to his characterization, like Garp. See, the thing is, Garp's one of those who settle. And what I mean by that, before you get it, oh, but he trains it. That's not what I'm talking about. I respect his strength. I do. Although I think it's a lot of times overrated. But I'll get more into that later. With Garp, you know, he settles for what he believes. You know, he settles and just obeys the Marines. You could say, well, he's a good Marine. That's great and dandy. I don't buy that kind of. That's not the ideology I hold on to. Some say he's funny. I don't consider him that funny. He entered the scene, you know. The fact is, look, you can say he toughened up Luffy, but he was abusive to his grandson. His doggone son, Monkey D. Garp, is going antagonistic to the organization he works for. His grandson became a pirate, which is, you know, an outlaw. Let's just get real. Something's wrong, obviously. When your child and your grandchild, you know, your son and your grandson, go straight up antagonistic to what path you were trying to get. The fact is, he was trying to mold Luffy into becoming a Marine. Luffy like, screw this, after being mentored by red-haired Shanks. And we don't know how long Shanks was around for. Maybe a couple months, maybe. I don't know. Around every now and again. But that, you know, that was more impactful than his grandfather in all those years. Oh, and then the fact that he leaves his grandson with doggone a group of thieves to be raised. Now, I'm not saying they were bad folk, but that didn't have an impact in his life. I'm just saying though. Luffy grows up around a bar, and you can take that for what it's worth. That's not a natural detriment. You know, many kids might have grown up around bars or whatever, and you know, well, you could say maybe it was a restaurant, but regardless, I mean, I'm not even gonna get on Monkey D. Garp how for some reason he's not a part of Luffy's life. Like, Garp, you couldn't go and talk to your son about this, Chaz? I'm just saying though. Where is Luffy's mother in all of this? Now, I still gotta give him credit that he did take Luffy, but then he, like I said, and then, hold on. Here's another thing. Here's an interesting thing. Kobe. He takes up and he trains Kobe. What, is it because he screwed up with his son and his grandson? I mean, what's up with this? You knew Luffy had so much potential. Or did he not see the potential really in Luffy? There's a lot of questions I have about Garp's fatherly mentor figure. You say, oh, that's a grandfather. No, I'd rather a grandfather like Rayleigh. Now, there's a lot we don't know about Rayleigh, but just right off rip, the impression, oh, Whitebeard. I'd rather a granddad like Whitebeard. Come on, Whitebeard was dead. Come on. You saw what he did with it. I mean, I'm just saying though. And the situation was squalor. So Garp, to me, from a fatherly aspect, he's not the worst you can come by, but he's not that good either. Then the thing about him is his attitude. Like, it's contradictory to his stance with the government. Now, I'm not saying he should be like Akainu, all for absolute justice, but he supports it at the same time. See, here, and you could say, oh, but he's a Marine. And coming back to it, look at it. Look at Vice Admiral Smoker. Completely different. Although, and I'll get to more about Smoker in a bit, Garp may have had different views on the government when he was younger. And I think he did. And I think that's partly what led to Dragon being who he is. Okay? We don't know, but that's you could say a hypothesis. Okay? Because there had to be something that happened with Dragon. There had to be. Then when you take it, you know, so he rides for absolute justice. Hold on, y'all. Craziness right now. Craziness. Sorry, I had pop-ups. Anyways, if y'all hear a sound, that's what happened. So he supports absolute justice. Then you also had dark justice. You had other forms of justice within the Marines. Okay, Aokiji with the lazy justice. Kizaru with the nonchalant justice. So there's different forms. What's up with Garp? Why does he support absolute justice? But then the fact is, he doesn't go all the way and support it, because you could say this is a good thing. You know, I was hoping that it turned, but then this whole thing with his sort of adoptive grandchild in Portuguese Diaz, Fire Fist Portuguese Diaz, and the fact is that I don't know, like, he's got conflicting interests. Now, this may happen a lot, and you say this might be the realism, but your conflicting interests, you don't decide for either. Like, he played at Marine 4. So his characterization, and there's other elements, you know, we don't know too much, and we need more flashback art. But then this thing with Don Chinjao. Okay, for those who anime, you know, only watchers, whatever, you know, I don't want to spoil y'all know but I keep up to date stuff. With this thing with Don Chinjao, where, you know, he valued strength. Garp obviously valued strength, but why was he going after Don Chinjao? See, there's some pieces missing with Garp's characterization. Maybe that's just because we don't get to know. But from what we know now, I have some issues. He's got conflicting ideology going on. It's almost like some kind of double think situation. You know, whether I go with family or whether I go with the Marines ideology, his parenting needs to be brought into question. Oh my lord! And then there's the thing with Goldie Roger, because you could say, well, the whole rivalry thing, because have I talked about? Yeah, to some degree I've talked about rivalry because of symbiosis in humans. Okay, symbiosis in humans, and then compared it to Kill I Kill, and you do kind of build these interesting bonds, but at the same time, what exactly is Roger and Garp's relationship? That we need. Well, I think we need a definite flashback to clarify that, because he chased him all this time. But I don't think I'll see. And again, I'll deal with Smoker, but I don't think I'll see Smoker and Luffy's relationship being to that level necessarily, unless Smoker exits out of the Marines. But I'll get to that. Now, so I'm done with Garp's characterization. It's problematic. I'll just leave it. To sum it all up, I find Garp's characterization problematic. Others may love it, but from when I look at it from an analytical standpoint, he's problematic. And, you know, you could say, well, you know, Dragon and Luffy made choices for themselves. Sure, fine. But it's like, yo, you know, I've seen a lot of good men in my life. I've, you know, met some great fathers, and their kids may make mistakes, but they don't turn out to live a lifestyle like they do. Now, they're not bad. You know, Dragon we don't know much about, but Luffy's not a bad guy. But at the same time, you might wonder about, you know, Luffy's doggone morality is in question. Not just because he's a pirate, but it's just like his morality is very interesting. And Garp's own morality needs to be brought into question as well. So there's a lot of things. The jury's still out very much on Garp. So I don't understand why there's so many Garp fanboys. I really do. I really don't understand all the love for Garp. I don't understand it. It's nothing personal. Can somebody clarify for me? I mean, you Garp fans, please explain. He's not a bad dude. Overall, he's not a bad character. I just find very much about his characterization problematic. One of the actually most problematic in One Piece. Yeah, I would say top 5. Definitely. Top 5. Now, to his place in history, it's obvious, man. When you get the name of the hero, the fist, you know, he's got 2 names. And anytime you have 2 names, you're doing something. You're worthy of something, obviously. I mean, Vice Admiral Garp. Vice Admiral Monkey D. Garp. One of the things I'll bring up is the question before I get more into his place in history is, does he have Conquerors Hockey? Because here's the thing, ladies and gents, in this day and age, like at his age, if he does not have Conquerors Hockey, that instantly knocks him down. And that's my judgment on his top 25 position, you know, not being in the top 20. Because I see, as far as we know, he does not have Conquerors Hockey. We can go on Monkey D. Dragon and obviously Monkey D. Luffy. But Garp, now, if he does have Conquerors Hockey, it makes sense. But as of now, we have zero clue whether he has it or not. That's problem for y'all powering it. If he has it, yes, that bumps up Garp. Instantly. Because look, ladies and gents, Conquerors Hockey, people are sleeping. People are now, in the discussion people had, they know exactly how the different ones of my views on Conquerors Hockey. And I made a video about it. Okay? You could go to check that out. I'll drop that down in the description box below as well. But, yeah, man, if he's lacking Conquerors Hockey, it's a problem in this, at his age. Now, could he have gotten away with it back in the day? Sure. Because we don't know. You know, although Don Chinjao said what he said, we don't know how many Conquerors Hockey users were there. Conquerors Kings Hockey users were there back in the day, in Rogers' era. Also, we don't know at what level they were. Now, we know they were phenomenal ones. Don't think that everybody, every pirate, was that beastly, though. We've heard about the legends, but come on. Look at the world now. It's much more crazy even of a playing field. I'm not saying anyone's necessarily at where maybe a Roger or Garp got to it. I mean, not Garp. Whitebeard got to as of yet. Or Kong for that matter. Or Commander Carr. I mean, that's another thing. I still think he's, you know. Go watch my 20 video. You know exactly where I put him. But, as far as in, you know, now it's crazier. It's much crazier. Like, and there's probably a lot more pirates as well. Probably. You know what I'm saying? Like, the pirates back then, although they may have been lethal, like, they probably clashed quite a few more times than the pirates do now. There may have been more deaths. I don't know, because we have yet to see how the new world really is. I expect deaths, and I actually, videos that coming about future deaths, or possible future deaths in One Piece. But anyways, as I've stated to different people, here is the rankings I have for back in Rogers' era. Number 1, power rankings. Number 1, Pirate King Goldie Roger. Number 2, Whitebeard Edward Newgate. Number 3, Commander Kong. Number 4, I'm trying to remember. Golden Line Shiki. Number 5, Dark King Silver Israeli. Number 6, Admiral Sengoku, because he was Admiral, not Fleet Admiral at the time. Oh, actually, Kong was Fleet Admiral. Excuse me. Kong was Fleet Admiral at the time, not Commander. Not Commander-in-Chief. Number 7, Vice Admiral Monkey D. Garp. And number 8, Admiral Zephyr, a.k.a. Z. And as you can see, so, you know, Garp was top 7. And it's no disrespect to, you know, Z, who's an Admiral, and say Garp was, you know, more powerful. And I'm not acting like Sengoku was leagues above Garp. No, I just, you know, think get Deathmatch. Sengoku would take it. And here's the thing a lot of people go on. You know, the power of Garp. In history, obviously, you know, they get it twisted when they say he's not the most Kong. As far as we know, Kong is the most powerful Marine. That's just being real. Just keeping it 1,000 as I do. As I always do. And his place in history is solidified. You know, he's going down as a legend. He's from that era. From that era. As I stated opening up this video. Yo, Garp isn't about that. Now, the thing is, if you see my 20 video. The thing about Rayleigh. Okay, number 1, why do I have Rayleigh so high? Because Rayleigh is just exiting his prime. As far as I know, he's probably about in his 60s. And your prime, especially in One Piece, is between your 30s and 50s, okay? That's your prime in life, but especially One Piece. You start getting in the 60s, now I'm thinking Garp's old as a mug. Whitebeard at 73, and people get this with Whitebeard, and this is why he was lower. He was top 10 because he was Yonko, and, you know, he was number 2. But doggone, Whitebeard was doggone, he was 73, he was old, sick, and dying. He was the weakest Yonko at the time. And someone say, oh, he's the world's strongest man. Yeah, maybe physically still, I could buy that, cool. But come on. You have the other 3 Yonko in their primes. I'm just saying, though. War stopping with Shanks. I'm just saying, though. Now, and it's no disrespect to Whitebeard. He'll still hurt a fool. Obviously. But in Deathmatch, come on. Now, that's the thing that affected Whitebeard. Rayleigh, we don't know how much trained, but he's active. I mean, he obviously conquers hockey. Whitebeard conquers hockey. Sengoku, why do I have him high? Well, Fleet Admiral, and I think he's also a few years younger than Garp as well. And Sengoku as well. I mean, that mythical zone fruit ain't nothing to play with. That mythical zone devil fruit, that golden Buddha, is nothing to mess around with. Shockwaves casually. Not only like we see what did with the whole entirety of Blackbeard's crew, unscared, unfazed. This dude, nothing phases guy. But here's another thing with and then there's Shiki. I dropped Shiki because it's simply inactivity. And you can say, well, his legs, but the fact is, man, Shiki, and here's an indictment against Garp. People think he was on Roger's level. He was not on Roger's level. It took both. I know they say it took, they came out on her, but both Sengoku and Garp to take down Shiki at Marine 4. Kong projects Mary Joa, maybe alongside the Gorosei, but Mary Joa, the Holy Land, is the land, the home of the Tenryubito, aka the World Nobles, aka the Celestial Dragons. Okay, understand all this. Garp's place in history is solidified from back in the day. He's much a legend, but a lot of times dudes be legend. For example, as best we know his feat, Don Chinjiao. Okay, Don Chinjiao. John Chinjiao was said to be continent destroyer. I don't see it. I don't see it. Garp caved his head in. Well, okay, John Chinjiao's old now, but you saw what Luffy did. Luffy caved that head back up. The same thing that Garp put that, indented his head. Luffy popped that thing back up. Oh, Garp doesn't go and arrest him. No. He pounds his head in and then he lets the dude roam the seas? I'm just questioning. I don't know. That's just a kind of question thing. That's interesting. But anyways. Now, I do think Garp's power level is overhyped in this day and age. I do. Okay, he's powerful hockey. But the thing is, his stamina, we don't know about his durability. We don't know. We know he has great offensive power. But how well can he take high-powered dudes? Y'all really think he can tussle? He can go head-to-head with Yonko? And yes, at White, people say, pre-time skip, this is debatable. But yes, I believe Akainu would have killed him. In an all-out fight. I do believe that. Yo, Akainu, some are overhyping him. Most are underrating him. Akainu is nothing to mess with. He is nothing to mess with, man. I'm telling y'all, Akainu he does not play games. Okay? He came up too. Him and Aokiji both. And there's other characters in the One Piece post-time, especially post-time skip now. Especially post-time skip. And people get on me for saying, Luffy beating Garp, post-time skip Luffy beating Garp. Yeah, he surpassed him and Ace. I can say that. I don't see how that's too problematic for people to see. If Luffy ain't on that level, we have a problem. He's not, there's no way he's surviving in the New World. Now, people act like when I say somebody to beat somebody, I'm talking deathmatch. If Luffy takes that easy, Garp will whoop that ass. He will whoop his ass. Okay? Period. I'm talking simply deathmatch because I have to bring in question, because of his age, his stamina, and durability. I have to bring those things into question. Have to. Just something to think about. Now, as far as in this generation, this is the third part. A lot of people want to throw out this Kobe theory. Get that mess out of here, and I will disprove that. It is Smoker. If you're going to go do generations, let me, and I'll do through others and show you why. Now, to disprove this whole nonsense of notion of Kobe. Now, first of all, I'm so sick of this. With this whole thing with Kobe. Oh, he's traded with Garp over 2 years. He is captain level. And although it wasn't canon, let me tell you that the thing with the whole Hand Island, that episode, was it episode Luffy? I forget what it was, but that one episode when they're on a Hand Island post time skip, right? I know they dropped it for Film Z. That's proper to where Kobe should be. And people can see saying he should be able to clash with Luffy in the, he should be admiral level in the series, at most vice admiral level, at most, and that's pushing. I'm being dead on it. Because here's the thing, man. Look at where Smoker is, and yo, Smoker, you know, Logi and otherwise. Look, Smoker was captain level. And you can say, well, 2 years. We don't know how long. You can say, well, if it goes enough time. Come on, Kobe. Look at where the dude started. The power gap. And here's another thing: clashing with Luffy. The power gap between him and Luffy is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous from the start of the series, and it's even expanded post time skip. Because yes, I do have Luffy Admiral level. And Admiral level means you can keep up with an Admiral, but not likely defeat one. Above Admiral level means you defeat Admirals. I keep things simple, okay? And saying Kobe can be Admiral, like, to me that's a disgrace to Admiral. Because look at how powerful the Admirals are. Look, although they're the benchmark, look at the dudes. People want Kobe to get the Mara no Mi. Ace's Devil? Why? That's a waste. They're one of the most powerful Logias. Why would you? Like, it makes no sense. And then the whole thing of, he hasn't chased Luffy. Who's been chasing Luffy? You're gonna go on that, you have to go Smoker. Smoker's been chasing Luffy since Logtown, yo. Both in the East Blue. You feel me? And when you look at Kobe, like, Kobe, he's a relation to Luffy. Luffy's responsible for him becoming a Marine. He's been admitted. He's long admitted that. And yes, Kobe was trained by Garp, but then you look at ideology. Like, what is Kobe's ideology? Like, Kobe's an underdeveloped character as opposed to the Smoker. Now, Smoker, I have as this generation, you could say, is Garp. Monkey D. Garp. And people go like, but look how Smoker got his ass kicked. Look how he got... Yes, I'll often talk about Smoker getting his behind whooped. But we don't know if Garp was always on that kind of level. And people say, you know, people love to use this. Oh, you know, Goldie Roger said that he almost killed him numerous times. Smoker's almost killed Luffy numerous times. You know, he chased him. So, Smoker's chased Luffy. And y'all think Smoker's going to be this cheap? Because I'm going to drop a video of Smoker's abilities. Dudes are sleeping on Smoker and what Smoke can do. But I'll say more of that for that discussion. When you look at it, everything ports to Garp. And then this whole ideology, okay? And again, I have problems with Garp's character. A lot is because we don't know. But, you know, unless somehow Smoker drops out of the Marines, which is a possibility, we will see. He might try to reform. We don't know what Smoker do. But as of now, Smoker fits in. If you're going to have the parallel between Garp, anybody, is definitely Smoker. Get Kobe out of here. And Smoker, he has the potential. You tell me Smoker definitely can't become Admiral level. For all the Admirals that we've had till now, except Fujitora is questionable. But the 3 pre-time skip, they were all, Z, you know. You could say, well, he wasn't... Z, okay. And, well, then there was Sengoku. But those are the old ones, you know. Smoker being with the Logi user and him rising up. Oh, yeah. Because Smoker's rose up in ranks in 2 years. Very, very well. Something to consider. Now, and he does have a long way to go because, I mean, Vice Admiral Vergo put that behind whooping on him as well as Law. When I look at the parallels, Pirate King, Goldie Roger, obviously that parallels Pirate King, Monkey D. Luffy. Straw Hat, Luffy. You look at Dark King Silver's Rating, parallel Pirate Hunter Rower and Zoro. You look at a guy like Kong. Well, Kong's still in the game, so he, you know, we don't go to him. Sengoku, questionable. Does Akainu? They seem to be quite different. So I'll hold off on that one. When you look at I had my thoughts on this. Hold on. Wait for me. Golden Line Shiki. Most likely used as Captain Kidd. The ruthlessness and just different aspects, definitely. And some people go with the different kind of similarities between their devil fruits. Fine. Whitebeard, Edward Newgate, Surgeon of Death, Trafalgar Law. Possibility there. Yeah, I could definitely see that one. Who else? Shoot. Another possibility, but he's a pirate now, is Red Flag X Drake, because he used to be rear admiral. Drake X Drake is interesting. He's very interesting. Maybe there was another legendary pirate back in the day that we don't know of. Because Drake, I feel I feel and from what we're gathering, Drake's going to play a huge role along with Law, Kid, all of them, Luffy. Those would be the 5. It seems like at this point. But we can't sleep on Scratchman Apu either. Now, Basso Hawkins is up there, but Scratchman Apu, and I mean, plenty of folk, all the supernovas are played about, Jewelry Bonnie and whatnot. But I'm talking about those 7, there's those 7. Oh, of course, Killer is part of the user, but, Monkey D. Luffy, and here's my power rankings. Monkey D. Luffy, as of now, Monkey D. Luffy, Use Scap Kid, Trafalgar Law, oh, no. Red Flag Extra, then Trafalgar Law, then Roaring Zord, Scratchman Apu, and then Killer. No, Boss Hawkins, then Killer. So those are 8, but yeah. And Apu and Zoro is questionable at this time. It's possible, it's a toss up between those two. But that's probably how the power rank is gonna go throughout the rest of the story. But Unexpected Wonder, like, comment, subscribe, tell me your thoughts. I kind of was a bit all over the place, but at the same time, I wanted it to be a more of a full discussion as to what my thoughts are on these various subjects, dealing with Garp, his own characterization, his place in history, where he's at now, as well as, the whole generational discussion. Alright, y'all, till next time. Peace. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night.